Okay, so many of you guys have probably already heard that DaVinci Resolve 20 is out, both the free version and the studio version. If you don't have it yet, I guess you can just go to DaVinci Resolve, hit check for updates, and then it should give you a file if it's, if you don't have it and everything. That's how you know that it is public for everyone. You don't have to install the beta and official. But what I wanted to go over today is actually a pretty cool feature, okay? I'm going to drag and drop something over and then I'll explain what it is, okay? Okay, and this is what I dragged and dropped over. I know it doesn't seem like much of anything, right? But it is, in fact, a PSD file. In fact, if we right-click on it, what it will have is split PSD layers in place. When I click on that, and then if we expand this so we can see all of the layers, you see we can even hide layers as we need to. We can hide that. We can hide certain layers. Now, I will warn you, which is something that currently happens with this, okay? As you see, these are hidden already, and that's because of the fact that if you have them hidden, as in the layers hidden in the original PSD, they will import into here as hidden. And as far as I know, there is no way right now to unhide what gets imported as hidden. So if you are going to go this route, definitely what I would recommend is that you actually open the PSD in either Photoshop or whatever you use, then unhide all the layers, then save it, then import, so all the layers are there. And you can just hide them, hide the video, because they all get imported. Each layer is a video, essentially. Each layer gets put on its own video track. So, yeah. Now, do you see, we could, well, even if these are enabled already, but because we had them hidden, they are hidden. We could disable this if we wanted to. We could disable that. We can re-enable that and re-enable that. Or, we could just disable this altogether. Okay. As you can see, a little bit of finicky stuff happens. It's still working out the bugs and kinks, I suppose. And I know what you're thinking. What is the point in doing this? Well, the point is you could actually get pretty fancy with like key layers and stuff, I presume. Like, let's go ahead. Remember, all of these essentially count as like PNG or JPEG or whatnot. So you can infinitely, they don't import as video files. So we actually can play around with whatever. And then say we want to make it so the glasses like slowly disappear, right? So what we would do then is at the beginning here, and then add something like this. So we could do a keyframe, right? And then we would end the keyframe by having them 0 at the end. So then when we play through, we will see that the keyframe causes the glasses to slowly disappear until they're gone. That's just the power of that. Now, of course, we are going to undo that keyframe and just keep it entirely. But that's what kind of stuff you can do. Imagine if you wanted to have if you have every single part in its own layer, you could animate stuff. You know, you could actually animate using keyframes, like animate a hand or whatnot. And I think that is pretty cool. I wanted to show you guys this because it really is a cool feature. Now, I think it's available for both Studio and free version. I think, don't quote me on that. I know it's definitely available for Studio, but I currently have the Studio version, so I'm not entirely sure on the free version, but I think it's available for both. But I am actually going to end it off here. Okay, definitely let me know your thoughts. Oh, and hit the PSD file here in case you're wondering where it imports at. It just drags and drops just like any other file you're importing. But yeah, hopefully this has helped you or informed you in some way, shape, or form. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.